we're going to be entering into a subject that I have been in trouble before, like not because of like my bosses or anything like that, but because of criticism that I've received on YouTube, and this is regarding politics. Now, as you guys may know, politics, it is a huge subject right now, considering we are entering the 2016 US presidential elections of what seems to be right now like Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump. And the funny thing is that even if I make the smallest mention of of politics, like for some reason people would be bashing at me. Like the biggest case that happened is that the first time that I actually did the animation podcast highlights when I put it on my YouTube channel, and I would mention how Sony Pictures Animation was the Donald Trump of animation. Like, I got criticized by it, not because of anything I said about Sony Pictures Animation, but because of the fact that I compared Sony to Donald Trump. And a lot of people got mad about it, saying like I've seen people saying, it's like, Donald Trump is not that bad. You shouldn't talk about politics. You don't know anything about politics that's going on right now. You should have said that Sony is the Hillary Clinton of animation. And it honestly, honestly, I remember when I first saw that, it got me concerned because, not because of what I said, but because of the fact that more Trump supporters are coming out of the woodworks, they're coming out of their holes, and they're starting to, they're showing their true colors on the internet. And that is what concerns me, is that there are more Trump supporters out there. And the thing is that they keep criticizing me and they keep telling me what to do, that, oh, I should not talk about politics. I should only stick to just talking about animated features. Well, guess what? You're not the boss of me. I can talk about whatever I like, and this is perfect. This is a perfect subject to talk about Matt's Pick of the Week. If you want real politics talk, let's talk about politics with this one. Alright, so what I want to talk about for Matt's Pick of the Week, you may recall that recently there is a recent controversy that Donald Trump has been occurred. Yeah, I know, Donald Trump is in controversy. Oh my god. That's nothing new, right? I mean, he gets into controversy every freaking day. But what I'm talking about, there was this tweet that he posted, pretty much an attack on Hillary Clinton, as usual, talking about how she's a very corrupted politician. But the one thing that really made it controversial was the fact that he used a 6-star to label Hillary Clinton as just as a corrupted person. And what really made people mad about it is the fact that he used the 6-pointed star, that it's basically the Star of David. There's no denying that. And Trump tried to hide it, and he did delete it, or at least his team, they deleted and they replaced it with just a circle to say that Hillary Clinton is corrupted. But even right now, he's saying that, oh, I shouldn't have deleted that tweet. I should have taken my stand. And then what happened afterwards was that he tried to make a case to pretty much defend himself for using the Star of David. Was that he posted a tweet on Twitter, and there was a picture of pretty much this kid's book of Frozen, and it said, "Where is the outrage for this Disney book? Is this the Star of David also? Dishonest media #Frozen." And yes, it is true that on this Frozen book, it does have a 6-pointed star that is the Star of David, but it doesn't say that Elsa is corrupted or anything like that. It just says that the book comes with 50 stickers. And that is pretty much the whole thing, is that how Donald Trump is trying to use Frozen as a way to defend his case of using an pretty much putting up an anti-Semitic attack by using the Star of David to label Hillary Clinton as a bad person. Now, the thing is, okay, this is the beauty of Donald Trump. This really is this is really the beauty of Donald Trump, that he proves himself as a horrible monster. The thing is that we don't have to make comparisons to Hitler, because Donald Trump is doing a great job by himself doing that. You know, like, he's already using this, you know, like, the fact that he uses the Star of David to attack on Hillary Clinton. And that's, you know, that's the big difference between Donald Trump's Star of David and Frozen's Star of David. The way that Frozen uses the Star of David is pretty much to advertise the kids' book, to say that there are 50 stickers in there. I don't think that's what Donald Trump did. Donald Trump did not use the Star of David in order to label Hillary Clinton that she has 50 stickers. What Donald Trump did, he used the Star of David for hate in order to label Hillary Clinton that she is a very corrupted politician. And plus the fact that, like, in that banner, you see Hillary Clinton behind, like, a whole bunch of money. Like, you know, like, it does send in another bad signal that you're using the Star of David, like, the symbol of Jews, and, like, trying to label someone as a very corrupted person with a lot of money. So yeah, that's another double entendre of anti-Semitism out there, like using Jews, like connecting Jews and money, you know. And that's the thing. This is exactly what Hitler did to, you know, to label Jews. Like he would have like this label, like to put in a giant patch for someone to carry, like this Star of David, and that it says Jew. Like, this is pretty much a big label to say Jew. And that's pretty much what Donald Trump is using. He's using the Star of David for hate. And that's what makes it feel like he's pulling off a Hitler, is the fact that he's using that star for, like, you know, he's using that star to put in hate on a person, to say that this person is corrupted, to say that this is a bad person, just like what Hitler did when he took that Star of David and he would put it on Jews to say that they are bad people. And you know, like, it's just like what I said, you know, just like what I said. Donald Trump is proving, like, he's doing a good job himself, proving that he's basically Hitler. I mean, there was already a controversy beforehand a few months ago. The fact that he had a plan to go and label Muslims, because, like, that's one of the big things about Donald Trump, is that he, like, basically the whole thing with him is that he wants to make Muslims of the 2010s look like the Jews of the 40s. You know, really give them a hard time. He wants them all dead. Like, basically, he wants them all exterminated from the US, and, you know, just pretty much have them a hard time. Like, they're not allowed to have them come into the United States. You know, pretty much label them as bad people. Say that they, like, Muslims are terrorists, and that they all go Allah Akbar, explode. And I know the term is technically Allah Akbar, but that's what a Trump supporter would say. It's like, damn Muslims going Allah Akbars and going boom, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like, that's basically the thing, is that you could tell how evil of a person Donald Trump is. Like, you could look at any other news source, like, maybe I do not have a high knowledge in American politics as much as someone like Bill Maher or Anderson Cooper, but I know what a horrible human being is. And Donald Trump, throughout his entire campaign, is nothing but an entirely horrible human being. The fact, like, how he is so, like, you can tell how he is such a racist, a anti-Semitic. I wouldn't be surprised if he's also homophobic, an absolute sexist. Like, there is nothing good, and there's nothing about him that makes him qualified ever to be the next U.S. president, to pretty much have that much power. Seriously. And the fact that he's bringing Frozen into this to defend his case of how he's using a symbol as hatred, like, he's using a religious symbol for hatred, it's downright embarrassing. In fact, Josh Gad pretty much said it best on his tweet, that Trump using Frozen to make a point about an anti-Semitic star usage is like Pablo Esteban using gummy vitamins to provide to prove that not all drugs are bad. And there are some truth to this, It's completely ridiculous. And like once again, Trump is just completely missing the point to the stupid things that he's saying. And somehow, he's getting votes from, if you've read about stories about what usually happens in a Trump rally, my God, they are some of the worst people. It sounds like the scary, if you want a real, true, scary story, read up to what happens at a Trump rally. You will not, this is literally, you will never find such a wretched hide of scum and villainy. In fact, that's an understatement. That's just saying it, that's just really putting it lightly, because the amount of racism, the amount of anti-Semitism that happens there is really sickening. And the fact that, he has all these stupid ideas, the fact that he wants to build walls between, he wants to make a wall on Mexico. He even wants to make a freaking wall over Canada over something like heroin or whatever. Some stupid bullcrap made-up story. And, he wants others to pay for it. That, he wants Mexico and Canada to pay for his stupid wall. It's completely, it's what are you gonna prove? Seriously. Trump is, honestly, and going back to with Disney, is that it's not just Josh Gad, but, anybody who is associated with Frozen, anybody who worked on Frozen, they feel absolutely embarrassed about it. They feel, they feel embarrassed over the fact that, somehow Frozen was trending because of a stupid thing Trump said, and really, it's a fact that it's just absolutely stupid, and, everybody from animators to directors and all that, and actors, they're all downright embarrassed about how Trump has to bring in Frozen into it. I mean, I'm sure even Disney themselves are they're downright embarrassed that Trump has to reel them in his freaking mess. It's enough that they have to worry about the fact that, there could be a possibility that they would have to make a freaking Donald Trump audio animatronic at Walt Disney World in the Hall of Presidents. That's enough of a nightmare right there for Disney. And the funny thing, the thing is that I'm actually not against seeing Donald Trump in, seeing his image in Walt Disney World. I wouldn't mind that, actually. I would actually love to see a picture of Donald Trump next to a beautiful woman by his side. Have that picture be prominently presented at a Disney attraction. Specifically in the attic scene of the Haunted Mansion, just so we can see his head disappear, so we can fully understand the scenario of what's going on there. Oh, but I swear to God, man, that's the only place that I would love to see Donald Trump. In terms of Walt Disney World, that's the only place where he freaking belongs. Not in the freaking Hall of Presidents. What a freaking what a nightmare that is. There are gonna be more how weird is it that the Hall of Presidents is the scariest attraction at the Magic Kingdom that could even top something like the Haunted Mansion, or even one of the big thrill rides like Space Mountain or stuff like that. It's just insane to think about. But I think at the end of the day, if there is one thing that I want to say about Donald Trump, of course, even though, yes, I am Canadian, and, we got a brand new leader, we just elected, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and so far, things are going great with the guy. He hasn't screwed up yet. The worst that he has done is that he accidentally elbowed a woman in Parliament. That's pretty much it. That's the only bad thing that he has done, but so far, he's doing a great job. But my God, if there's one thing that you want to, if you guys can take from this, is just a vote for Trump is a vote for hate. If you're going to vote for Trump, that means you are supporting the hatred of all Muslims, the hatred of all Mexicans, the hatred of all the other race, of the hatred of the LGBT community, the hatred of women. You're pretty much if you vote for Trump, you're voting for everything that is not white, that is not male, and that is not rich. That's basically the whole thing. A vote for Trump is a vote for hate. Now, I understand that some people are not fans of Hillary Clinton, and maybe she's gonna do some bad things. Maybe she is not that good of a politician either. But at the very least, Hillary Clinton is at least she's the lesser of two evils. If you're gonna vote for Hillary Clinton, the worst that you're gonna get is gonna be you're gonna get a bad politician as the leader of the United States, and what's gonna happen afterwards. Some bad stuff are gonna happen, but not disastrous. You know what to expect, and you can go through it. But with Donald Trump, the worst thing that could happen is gonna be World War III. And with the way that he's reacting, and how literally every other, literally every other country is totally not in support with Donald Trump, considering how idiotic that he is. He's gonna start, eventually he's gonna go and start World War III. Down to the point that the only alliance, the only countries that would be in alliance with Donald Trump would be maybe Italy and Japan, because why not have history repeat itself? And honestly, just don't vote for Trump. If you're in support for anything, any social issue that's going on right now, that rather it be race, rather it be for gender, rather it be for sexuality, you do not vote for Trump. And especially how he wants to bring in especially how his solution for guns is to bring in more guns, is absolutely ridiculous. Because it's bad enough that nowadays in the United States, guns have actually, guns right now have a lot more priority, and they have more rights than actual freaking human beings. It's honestly ridiculous. This cannot freaking happen. If Donald Trump's answer to gun problems, if his answer to tragedies that recently happened, in Orlando and Dallas, if his answer is more guns, then we're gonna have a problem. If that occurs, if Trump is gonna be president, then you really better get used to stuff like Orlando and Dallas to happen on a daily basis. So just remember, guys, a vote for Trump is a vote for hate. And if you don't want hate to happen, then just don't vote for Trump.